You might like Donnie Darko, but here's a bunch of people who hated it. This movie believes it is way smarter than it is. You have no idea. This is one of those movies that is allowed to think that because almost nobody really knows what it's about. It's just billions of theories.
Awful. Just boring and pointless. Ignore all the artsy-fartsy pansy-ass reviews. They're just trying to fit in and act like they like it. Sad. I could understand someone thinking this is boring. Everyone should think a movie's pointless because there's generally no point to a movie. As far as ignoring reviews, it's really funny. You're like, ignore everyone else's review, but listen to mine. Wow. Ego much?
You said ego much and I immediately had Kurt Russell pop into my head. Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 1 worst movie I've ever seen. There will never be a movie worse than this. This is also the only movie I've ever seen.
Nice 80s flair, confusing story, good acting, stupid plot. That sounded like a 2.5 star. But you gave it 1.5 stars. Because it sounded like you half liked it and half didn't like it. I feel like I'm lacking information. I'll wait. F it, I'm not gonna wait. We don't have time for this.
Perhaps the most cultish movie of all time fails to deliver much other than the concept that its creator thinks highly of himself. That's just the general opinion of when a movie becomes a cult classic. It's like, he thinks so highly of himself. Look at him and his small demographic that really likes stuff that he does.
It's just too weird for me. Man, does that sound like something said to me by every girl I've ever talked to, including my mom.
So I didn't understand this movie at all. It had some pretty good acting in it, but it was overly complicated, so I'm not even going to give it a rating. You should watch Storks.
My brother Stu Stone was in that movie. Was it good?
Original? Yes. Well acted? Yes. Star-studded cast? Yes. Is it memorable? Is it entertaining? Is it some kind of masterpiece? No.
Only a few reviews in and we've already broken Kojak. I just don't see why this movie is a big deal. That's fine. That's gonna happen a lot. You're not gonna understand or like things that other people like all the time. It's very rare that everybody likes something. You know, not every movie is pizza. And if you don't like pizza, what the f is wrong with you?
Overtly confusing and therefore ridiculously self-indulgent. Blah. This evidently requires research that I'm unwilling and uninterested in doing. So until that changes, 0.5 out of 5 stars. How are they gonna fucking change a movie that's already out to make your dumbass happy?
Sorry, but I just hate this movie. You know, when people apologize for their opinion, it makes me think that they think that their opinion has any effect on me. And it does. I like this movie.
A boring, convoluted mess. Don't waste your time. I don't want to comment on it because I don't want to waste my time either.
Too late. The only reason people say they like this movie is so other people will think they understand it. I actually like this comment. It's kind of fun.
I don't
think that people actually think they understand this movie. I think that people have theories and like to have discussions about what they think it means. And I feel like if someone's like, I know what it means, they're an idiot.
Then I would also still kind of question it. It makes no sense, and teens only think it means something. There's a meaning in there somewhere. And your profile picture is a picture with you, I'm assuming, and Kevin Smith. So, you like something that makes you think.
Deep yet silly. Real but unrealistic. Artistic but low budgeted. I mean, the same could be said for a vagina, especially the real but unrealistic part. Sorry if that was a little misogynistic, but you gotta admit, that was pretty f***ing funny.
Not a 5-star movie, and a little bit exaggerated to tell the truth. A little bit exaggerated. A little bit exaggerated. A little bit exaggerated. Right.
Kojak is just breaking more and more. Dumb, dumb, dumb. I wish I could get the time back I wasted watching this movie. I don't understand why people keep saying that. People are always like, oh, we gotta get that time back. You know, people watch movies for recreation. It's completely unnecessary that we do it. Like, if you were trying to do something with your life and it ended up wasting time, then fine. You could be like, I wish I got that time back. But you were literally wasting time.
Most pretentious film ever, lest we forget about Birdman. And many more.
Arrogant. Only Drew Barrymore and Patrick Swayze are acceptable. Just in general. It has nothing to do with this movie. Just in general. I only accept them. That is all.
Fucking hipster shit. God, the people who like this movie are fucking retarded. What a pathetic load of pretentious ass. 1 out of 10. You should run for presidency.
The pace of the story is all wrong. It meanders with too many secondary characters, which are underdeveloped and resulted in cliche type. A dragging film with no empathy with the characters. You wanted it fast? That'd be really weird if this movie was fast. I can't imagine this movie fast-paced. It would be so strange. Actually, I think it would just be a horror.
By far one of the worst movies I have ever seen. Have no idea why so many people like this movie. It was trying too cutting edge with its storytelling and turned into a movie experience from hell. Wish I could get back the 2 hours of my life that was wasted on a crazed demonic Bugs Bunny gone mad. You just described like a movie that sounds amazing. I don't know what you want out of life, Ben.
Self-indulgent bad trip. Original vision my ass. Self-indulgent bad trip? Who takes a bunch of acid, has a bad trip, and is like, you know what, this is for me?
It's so weird. I don't even know how I ended up watching it. That's how it gets you. First you're just sitting there eating off the dollar menu, and next thing you know you're like, I'm watching this movie. Makes about as much sense as the movie.
I had to bail halfway. Well, then I only half give a shit. What do you have to say? But thanks for making me read 100% of your review instead of 50% of it, asshole. Thank you guys so much for watching. If it's your first time here, be sure to hit the subscribe button and that little bell right next to it. Also, let us know if you like Donnie Darko, hate these reviews. We just want to hear it. Put it down in the comments and we will definitely read them. Also, if you want to see another video from us, click one of the ones on the screen, and until we see you next time, geek out and game on.